Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. This is Diana the Paper Pineapple and I'm back with another video. Today I have a craft with me video. So I have assembled this album from scratch. I made it from some Captain Crunch cereal box, as you can see here. This is another one that I have on hand, but I saved the box and I used it as like chipboard to use for my cover. So I don't have a video of how I made this, but I'm just showing you what I've made so far. I used like a blue-gray cardstock, and it is about, if I measure the spine, I think it's like about 2.5, yeah, like 2.5 inch spine. And the album itself is a 10 by 8. So I briefly just show you here what my pages look like in the inside. I'm so excited because I can't wait to decorate this. I'm documenting my San Diego vacation trip with my family from last year. I never got to make it, and so I'm going to do it this year. I don't have any big plans this summer because we are saving up for my daughter's senior trip, hopefully. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of this summer to document this. So there's these interactive pages that come out. I used white just so that I can be a little bit more flexible with papers that I'm going to be using for each day of our trip. We were in San Diego for 5 days, I believe. This one's a pocket here, and this one folds over, and there's lots of room for me to put tons of pictures and journaling. I love this one because it's like a little notebook that you open to the sides and then they open up and down, so I could put more journaling or pictures underneath. So I was thinking if I was just going to use one whole collection, but I talked to my bestie Amy and she told me that it'd be nice for me just to do each page different. So I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to be filming myself putting this album together. If you want to join me, just sit back and relax, get a snack, a drink, your coffee, or whatever you like drinking, lemonade, and just sit back and watch me put this together. Hopefully this inspires you to make one of your own, or maybe you have an empty album that you haven't journaled or documented from your past trips. That would be a great time for you to whip that up and craft with me. So yeah, I'm super excited for this. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, just haven't had the time to do it, but now it's the time to do it, guys. So I'm just gonna jump right in and try to attempt to finish this album. So for every summer, I like to document my summer and document all the things that I do with the kids and as a family. So I didn't get to do it last year, so I'm definitely going to do this. This is one full page. This has a flap that goes like this, and this opens down and to the left, and then down, and then to the right for some journaling or more pictures. And I'm thinking maybe I should make a pocket on this side right here, to add more like memorabilia and stuff like that. So this is what the album looks like in the inside, and I have all my notes and measurements and dimensions written down on a page, because as I do them I forget. This album actually has 4 signatures in the album, and so I want to be able to go back and remake this. So I should have a notebook of all my measurements of things that I do. But anyway, here it is. I'm going to show you now how I decorate the cover. So I did end up using, it's called Let's Get Lost, from Recollections. This is an older collection. I've been hoarding it to use for a travel album. And so I'm just going to take out all these little cutouts. I do off camera because I didn't get a chance to do all the fussy cutting. So off camera I do the fussy cutting and cut out a bunch of little pieces that I can add in the album itself. I have a couple of papers that I am thinking of to use for the different days of our trip. Split them in 5 days, the different things that we did. So here I'm just showing you the things that I cut out. And they have this collection has lots of travel, like I could also use these. I didn't think of cutting those, but I should probably do it as well. They have like numbers and like airport and travel, explore, keys, hotel keys, motel keys, whatever you want to call them. Like some scallop and all kinds of neat things that I can cut out that I could use. So as I'm going through the paper pad, I'm like thinking, what colors should I use for my front, spine, and back cover? Because that's what I'm going to be doing today. Another day I will work on the inside, and then so on and so forth. Day 1, day 2, day 3. So the good thing is that I have everything written out and all my notes and memorabilia on hand, so I'll be able to retell all the memories and notes. So I do like to keep that with me. I do carry around like a little traveler's notebook with me when we go on little trips like that, so I can document all the things and places that we go and dates and all that fun stuff. So I just thought that I would use this pink with polka dots and this other page that looks like has like gold foiling. It looks like I don't know, to me it looks like a subway, like where it shows you where they stop, but I could be wrong. It's just like dots, points from, I guess you could say, from different, when you plan your trip or you go. That's what it kind of looks like to me. So I decided that I would use that. This pink one I used for my spine, this yellow I used for the back cover, and this one that I was telling you with all the dots in it, I figured that I would do that for the front cover. So I wish I had my sewing machine that would work with me, because I would totally like use some sewing, some stitching on this. Just I feel like it gives it a little bit more of a flair when you do stitching. But I'm so envious because I'm not really good with the sewing machine. We have a love and hate relationship, my sewing machine and I. So we are broken up right now, so I need to talk to my mom and see if she can get it working for me. I need to take it to her so she can help me with it. But anyway, moving on to the front cover, I decided that this is how I want my cover to look. I'm just looking for spacing. I just use a pencil and just kind of like eyeball it. I don't measure anything really. So I just, mark my things, my pencil marks of how far out I want, the spacing on the paper. So you'll see me do that. Excuse me. I'm still trying to get over this. I had a really bad sinus infection, and I have really bad allergies. Where I live and work, it's just like a bunch of fields, and there's just something in the air that always gets me. So I apologize for my voice and my nasally voice. So yeah, I'm just measuring out a little bit where I feel like it was a little bit too wide, so I'm just trimming it just so that it fits a little better. And just place it there in the middle. I was so kicking myself because before I started working on this, I realized that I was on my last roll of tape on my ATG gun. I mean, I've already since then have ordered it on Amazon, but it should get here sometime today. And so as you'll see in my video, I end up having to use some of my not score tape, but it's like heavy duty adhesive. I have a big, I think it was like a 2.5 inch, and then I have like a 1.5 inch adhesive rolls that I bought off of scrapbook.com, and they work great. So you'll see me struggle with the roll of tape. I'm not the best with it, but I totally ran out of tape. So anyway, I'm ready to cut out the back. Like I said, the album is 10 by 8, so I kind of measure out here, and trying to keep in mind the direction, orientation of the paper. I am really bad at that. So I'm just trying to double check here, make sure that I got my measurements right. And so I decided that I am going to go ahead and adhere this to the back. So I decided, at first I thought that I was just going to do just plain white and the pink and the yellow. But then I was thinking, for cover wise, I was like, I kind of will mix things up and add some different textures and prints. So the scrap pad had cutouts, and this one came with 3. They look like little washi tapes, which is perfect. And I thought I'll just go ahead and use it to decorate the back of the album. And ultimately, I think I end up using just the blue and the stripy one, and the one with the numbers on it. I don't do the one with the yellow because I feel like it's like too much yellow on yellow. And here you'll see me put the adhesive all the way around my paper here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let you watch me put this together, and then I'll come right back, and when I start embellishing the back, I will jump back on. So just sit tight and relax. Okay, so we're ready to embellish the back cover, and like I said, I picked this stripy little washi looking thing, and I use my liquid glue because like I said, my ATG ran out of tape, and it runs out, I can't remember which one of these it runs out, and I end up using the liquid glue. So I just like trim it off. It kind of breaks up the prints a little bit. I like the way that it looks. And then I add this one with the numbers on the bottom there. I feel like it breaks it up, and it looks kind of like the numbers that they have. Well, they used to be in the airport when those numbers would turn, you know, like for your flights. I feel like that's what it kind of looks like, those black and white numbers from a long time ago. And I just use my liquid glue here. I since ordered more art glitter glue because I'm down to my last little bottle, and it's my go-to. I really love the glue, so I bought a big refillable one because I already have the little bottles to fill them with. So I figured it gave me more bang for my buck. And then I ended up using my paper pineapple stickers. I like adding them to all the things that I make and create. So I do add that sticker. I try to not measure, but like kind of eyeball it to be in the center. And at first I was like unsure, did I want it behind the washi strip? Did I want it on top of it? Do I wanted it like tucked in? I didn't know. Or did I want to just put it in the middle of the washi? So I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna add it right here. I think it was like, is that the middle? I always like second guess myself. And then I just ultimately just decided, okay, I'm just gonna commit and just add it. So I end up using my little scoring tool just to make sure that the sticker is on there really good. And then the back is done, the spine is done, and now I'm ready to do the front cover. So for this, I thought, well, I really like this front cover, but I feel like it needed more, like, because the cover is usually the main focal point of your album. So I wanted to break it up a little bit. So I got the yellow from what was left from the back cover. And at first I thought, well, maybe I'll use the strips again, but I was like, no, they clash. Too much print, too much pattern, too much color. I didn't like how that looked. So I opted on using the pink that was left over from the spine. And I felt like it was a little bit more like more soothing, more peaceful. I don't know. So I ended up going with that, and I just added tape all the way around. So you'll see me do that. And as I was putting this together, I was thinking, I kind of want to do something different for the cover. So I was thinking of like beads, and so I was brave because at first I'm like, how am I going to do this? So I do have some elastic cord, and I was thinking that would probably be too much, like, because it's stretchy. And I was like, what if it stretches out and then the beads are going to be everywhere? So I scratched that idea, and I ended up using, I remember that I had in my bin some hemp cord that I had purchased. This is like super old. I've had it for a very long time, that I purchased at the Dollar Tree. I had two different colors, like a white bone color, and then I had like a raffia brown color, kind of like what is it called? Like those sailor cords. I forget what it's called. Twine, but like a thick twine. And then I figured, I'm just gonna go with it. So I do apologize because as I'm doing this, I figured, okay, this is where I want it. This is a layout. I did end up trimming the bottom just to have a cleaner edge, and I do use do I use this yellow? I want to say yes. I use the yellow to break up the two patterns, and it ties in the back cover because it's the same print. And I do end up using my liquid glue to glue this down. I like the when you use the wet glue, it's kind of a little bit more forgiving because it doesn't stick right away, and you're able to maneuver it, especially for me because it's like awful for me. So hard for me to get things straight, but I think I managed to do it here, and I just trim off the excess there, and I keep it because I can always use it as a washi little strip to add to my pictures. And so this is where I figured, okay, I'm good with the way this looks. And then I pull out some cut aparts, and I love this one that says Get Lost. And I like the suitcase, and I have two of those. And I do like the northeast southwest symbol there. I do end up cutting, because I didn't want the yellow, because I already have the little strip of yellow in the middle, and so I figured I'd cut it out and make it pop up a little bit. So as I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, I could probably use some mounting tape to add these for them to pop off the album. Here's the my page of all my measurements of how to remind myself how I put this album together and how I did the pages. I was trying to see if I had anything on there that I wanted to add to the cover, but I didn't. I spaced it there. What was I going with this? Oh, I was going through these little tickets here, and at first I thought, ooh, I like this LAX, because I was thinking maybe if they had a San Diego one, but they didn't have it in there, and I was just bummed because they have all these different places, tickets and boarding passes, like airfare and luggage tags, and it's super cute, but they didn't have it. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna use these 3. And this is where I had that idea before I pop these on. I guess I better put my beads on. And I do apologize because I lost the footage. I thought I was recording. I must have missed the button when I was on top of above me, and I didn't hit the record button. So I apologize. You don't see me adding these beads through, but it did take a while, and as I can see, this video is already 28 minutes long, so it would have taken forever. But these are the beads that I end up using. I kind of add like a mixture, added a starfish in there, and I added some whites and blues in there, some like a minty green, because there's some mint green in the cover page there. And then I just used this hemp cord that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I just added some tape and just string those along the front cover. So this is where I'm getting my heavy duty tape here, and it was perfect because it's nice and wide and it's not going anywhere, so I know it will stay for a very long time. So I'm just gonna put you here to listen to some music as I put this together, because it's gonna take me a while to get this nice and secure, and then you'll see me adhere it to the front, and then I'll go over the little details from the front cover. Okay, sit tight and relax. So now my cover's on, my beads are there, and they were just driving me crazy because they were just going all over the place. You see me fixing them. I added a couple of different colors. I added 2 seashells that were in silver. I added a little diamond. It looks like a little hanging jewel. And then I had some alphas in some beads, and I spelled out San Diego, so it's on the front cover, which I thought was super cool. And here I'm just going to add my little ephemera pieces here, my cutouts, and so I do end up using this dimensional tape that I got also from the Dollar Tree store. One pack will give you 3 different sizes, and I love it. It definitely gives you a good bang for your buck. because this can be really expensive. I usually pick up a couple of packs, but I do apologize for all the shadows. I started with some good lighting, and this did take me a while, and I had to stop and take breaks because, you know, I have a family and they needed things, and so I lost my light, but good thing I have the ring light that's above me, but I do apologize for the glares and the shadows, but I think you can see what I am doing here. So for this one, the Get Lost, I just use one piece of dimensional tape, and then the suitcase, I believe I use only one strip. I know there's one where I added 2 layers. I think it's the northeast southwest little compass symbol thing. I believe I used 2 for that, just so that there's a little bit more dimension from the 2 that are there. You know, kind of raises it. Oh, I think I added on this one. So I added double here. Just a little trick there, just to kind of give it different heights, and it gives a little bit more interest for your front cover there. So I do add 4 pieces here. I believe I did that for the other thing too as well. So it kind of raises it a little higher. I like it right there on this corner here, and then this very last one on top. I kind of like that it has a big square, a little square, and then a circle, just to break up the little shapes. Oh, I believe I put it on top of the Get Lost, so it kind of raises it from the suitcase. And yeah, I do end up I put 4 of these. These are also from the Dollar Tree. These are already pre-cut for you. That's even better, because you don't have to worry about cutting the pieces. But if you have different sizes, then I would recommend the other roll, because you can cut it the size that you want. So this one's raised with 4 pieces, and it is perfect. I love the way that looks. I love the beads, and so far this is what we have, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you sitting here watching me craft. Hopefully you craft with me too. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I still have to record my Project Life Week 25 and 26 now, but anyway, stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up, and if you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and a good start of your next week. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.